Ladies and gentlemen, there is a secret militia group that is slowly popping up in the Republic of Kenya. And Kenya might be taking the same direction that Burkina Faso took under the leadership of Ibrahim Traore, the current president of Burkina Faso. Now recently, we have seen some former military officers coming together and forming a movement. And that movement has been given a name with the initials FBI. This FBI means fighting brutality and impunity. These police officers claim that they're trying to protect the rights of police officers and civilians.
You should never, ever take commands that are unlawful.
But these police officers, ladies and gentlemen, are rebels. These are police officers who have been fired from the military. Now, in this particular conversation, we want to look at the reason as to why this movement is very dangerous in the Republic of Kenya. And the reason as to why I also believe that President William Samoei Ruto should be very keen with this particular movement. First and foremost, ladies and gentlemen, the three cops that have coined this movement are now behind the bars. This movement has been coined by three military officers who are now not serving. And the head of this movement is one man known as Patrick Osoi.
A nation's clarion call for dignity, justice, and restoration. Enough is enough.
Now, this guy called Patrick Osoi worked in the military of the United States and the Republic of Kenya. It means he has a lot of experience. And this guy, ladies and gentlemen, is also eyeing at the top seat of the Republic of Kenya. What do you think that they are intending, if not trying to overthrow the government of William Samoei Ruto?
Nimekuwa mwanajeshi katika hii taifa la Kenya. Nimekuwa katika ujasusi katika nchi ya Kenya. Nihakikishie wa Kenya that time to say enough is enough in.
Now, Patrick Osoi is claiming that he's trying to make the police officers not to follow some useless orders from their bosses.
Police officers are suffering more than even the citizens of this country. Do you know kutumika na mtu ni vibaya aje? Mazee, let me tell you, our police officers today wanatumika vibaya. I know that they don't know. They know.
Now that is trying to plant a seed of rebellion in the police force. Ladies and gentlemen, most of the civilians have exposed that the police officers in the Republic of Kenya are suffering in silence. And they're being given some meager salaries that cannot sustain their livelihoods. Now, if these police officers find somebody who can fight for them, who can try to point out some of the challenges that they are facing, I think the military and Kenyan army is going to split. And this militia group can develop and overthrow the government. Now, another cop who is behind this movement is Cop Shakur. Cop Shakur got into the spotlight after joining the Gen Zs in the last year's June anti-finance bill protest. A protest that saw the Gen Zs invade the parliament. And that protest was indeed a very historic protest. Remember, ladies and gentlemen, the Parliament of Kenya is a highly protected area. And the Gen Zs invaded the parliament and they were adjusting towards the State House. Now that clearly depicts that there is a spirit of revolution in the Republic of Kenya. And Kenyans are highly dissatisfied with the government of the day. The Gen Zs are also trying to overthrow the government. Now the military is now joining the Gen Zs with the same spirit. And that's the reason as to why I said in the beginning of this particular video that Kenya might be taking the same route that Burkina Faso took when the military overthrew the government, threw a coup, and took over power. Now, another cop who is behind this movement is called Hiram Kimathi. Now, this cop also came into spotlight after defying the shoot-to-kill order, which was given by the Interior Cabinet Secretary, that is Kipchumba Murkomen.
I have said I'm not going to kill. That is what I've lived for. Why should I kill my sister on the street?
Hiram said that he cannot shoot civilians. And that is now defying the orders from above. You know, the people in the forces operate with orders from above. Yani mkubwa amesema, hakuna kupinga. It is now very clear that the kind of punishments that these police officers get if they misbehave or defy any order is getting transferred in some very hostile regions. Now this guy was transferred to Tondonyang and he refused, stating that he could not go to that place. He was eventually fired. Now these people have come together and formed a movement called FBI. And there is something that is very peculiar with this movement. This movement is branded, and this movement is accessing military weapons. Remember, ladies and gentlemen, if we look at some African countries like Congo and even Sudan, or even if we look at Haiti, the military split and they're now fighting and causing some serious wars. Now, if Kenya takes that direction, this country can be thrown to dogs. That's the reason as to why this kind of militia group should be treated with utmost seriousness and concern. Now, ladies and gentlemen, this is the reason as to why I now believe that William Samoei Ruto is going to charge these people with serious terrorism and some serious charges. They are going to be slapped with some serious charges in the Kenyan courts.
They were carrying guns and dressing, using jungle attire, trying to intimidate the people of Kenya.
This militia group is thirsty for power. And William Samoei Ruto is also thirsty for power. And you've seen the constant attempts by the Gen Zs to overthrow the government of William Samoei Ruto. To an extent that William Samoei Ruto, being the president of Republic of Kenya, came out publicly and issued a shoot in the leg order. That was like a shoot to kill order. And the Kenyans actually confirmed that even the utterances of Kipchumba Murkomen came from William Samoei Ruto. The shoot to kill. If this movement is given time to thrive, it can have some serious negative and positive implications in the Republic of Kenya. But the negative implications outweighs the positive implications. Remember, this movement was trying to lobby some of the former military officers who are feeling dissatisfied with the government to join them. And that is just a coup attempt to overthrow the government. Now, ladies and gentlemen, that is just my opinion. Everyone is subject to their opinion, and that is the reason as to why I do leave the comment section open for you to drop your thoughts in the comment section. This is Osoi TV. In the event you're watching me for the first time, then please join my channel by hitting the subscribe button. If politics is one of the things that you're passionate about, then this is definitely one of the best platforms for you.